Yo, yo. Yep, looks like my levels, Joe. So we're back to our shady basement setup here. Push this a little further back as we get ready to watch our episode of Monday Nitro, where we've got 1998, which is pretty much right in the peak of it. I never really was a Nitro guy. I was never much of a WCW guy, so this is kind of your era of WCW, Joe. So if you want to help fill us in a little bit on what we might be seeing here in the next few minutes as we prime up our Season 4, Episode 35 on the Peacock Network of WC Nitro.
Yeah. So this is, I was just coming out of watching. I really wasn't watching. I kind of stopped at the WCW just before Goldberg's big push.
Yeah.
And then went back to WWF and just about a month or so after this episode. So what's going on in WCW? Goldberg is the big push. They have the two NWO stables. They have Hollywood, led by Hogan, and they have the Wolf Pack, which I think was like Luger and Sting.
Gotcha.
Guys like that, which I have read that WCW did to try to compete with WWF for some younger audience, sort of like a something different from Hogan, who was older, and maybe to compete with DX or something like that. That's it. I had kind of stopped watching at this point, but when we decided to watch a Nitro, I'm turning the ringer off on my phone so it doesn't go off. I tried to look up for some of the higher rated ones. To make sure we got a good one, because I couldn't remember specific dates, which ones were good, and it suggested, AI suggested this one, and I was like, well, that's a little bit after I was watching it, but it has a good rating, so
this is kind of right around the time where the Monday Night Wars are starting to turn or have turned, and they're pretty much even in the ratings at this point.
That's right.
So really what's going on, I kind of am about to start getting back into wrestling from the golden era. It was about Survivor Series 98 when I first got back into it. So this is about 2 months before I really started getting back into it at all. So I know on Monday Night Raw right now, like the DX is like attacking the stadiums and stuff for WCW, and it's pretty crazy. So this will be interesting to see where WCW is at. I don't think the 83 weeks has come to an end yet that they ran out. I think this is towards the end of that run.
Yeah, I think so.
So this should be interesting. And I don't know, was this at the time where they were going live and giving away Raw's results, or did that come a little later on?
See, I thought that was earlier, but I have to look that up. Yeah,
because I know they were doing it when Mankind won his title. Because that was what ended the Monday Night Wars.
Yeah.
Was Mankind. So, and I don't think Mankind has won it yet. Because but I watched him win it. So he must have won it around like the Royal Rumble or so,
I think it was,
or Armageddon or something in 99.
Yeah.
So So anyways, we'll find out what's going on here. I see a little tile of Arn Anderson.
Yeah.
I'm gonna hit play here, and it's queuing up at the moment, so I'll put a pause on it as soon as it loads up so that everyone can kind of get queued up at the same time when you decide to first I got to watch my 30 seconds of Gain commercials. Again, I'm just not paying for commercial free.
You use Gain, Joe?
No, I use
we don't either.
Maybe it is Gain.
Yeah,
I don't know. It's one of them that comes in a pack.
I prefer
the little tabs.
Yeah, I prefer the Tide Pods. That way, if I run out of food, I can have a snack.
Yeah, we don't use the Tide ones. We use pods. Maybe it is Gain pods. Yeah, it might be Gain. We don't use the Wicked ones, though, that are being advertised there. So after the ad, we're loading up right now. So I'm going to pause it. We are at literally 5 seconds in. So I'm going to give a couple minutes here. So I mean, this is right around the time where I'm starting to get ready to watch wrestling. My friends on the Dean College radio station have a wrestling show, and it's kind of what got me into getting back into it because they were fired up and it sounded exciting. So it seemed like a good thing to be involved in, especially for a college kid.
Yeah.
So we're at 5 seconds now. I'm going to go ahead and hit play, and we'll get started on our episode of Monday Night Nitro. We're downtown. Eric Bischoff.
I hear Hulk's. Jimmy, that old guy.
So we got Tony Schiavone and Mike Tenay and I believe Eric Bischoff. Maybe not. Larry Zbyszko. There's Bischoff.
Oh, there's this guy.
Bischoff's not the announcer. He's actually just coming out.
Yeah. Is that?
So this is NWO.
Yeah.
Hollywood. Great. One of the greatest heel turns. Or probably the greatest heel turn.
Yeah.
When he did that. I mean, it was, they were furious at him.
Yeah, you didn't see reactions like that in the mid-late 90s.
No, I mean,
people throwing crap in the ring and just pissed off.
Right,
and, yeah.
right. And he was
I remember in the papers and stuff, people were saying like it was kind of a big deal because so many kids liked Hogan that parents were kind of mad at WCW that they had to like talk to their kids about it and stuff like that. It was a bold move and it worked out for him.
Yeah.
So I did just look some stuff up. They had it looks like they had just finished their 83 consecutive weeks of winning against Raw.
Okay, so this is after that streak is over.
This one did beat Raw, but it wasn't. But the streak was over.
So it was going back and forth a little bit.
It was going back and forth. It just started going back and forth in the summer, so they're just starting to tail off now.
Yeah,
and about 3 months from now in November, the WWF basically takes over and doesn't look back.
Gotcha.
At that point, and that starts kind of the downfall.
So this might be where they start making some of their outrageous stuff, or even, I've read some stuff in the past where eventually it was kind of the NWO had run its course and like the whole TV program had basically become the NWO, and it just kind of run its course. That was something I've read over time through different things, and I've watched on some of those, the documentaries on the Monday Night Wars and stuff. That's really my only familiarity with this stuff.
Yep.
So we got Bischoff out here on the stage
talking on behalf of Hogan.
Yeah,
who's also there.
It's just oiled up and flexing.
Yeah, it's pretty cut right now for that age.
Yeah, I mean at this point he's probably what 55, 60? No, 55.
The guy in the background
because he just barely passed now at 70 something.
Yeah.
So this is in 98. So yeah, he's definitely late 40s, early 50s here.
I think he was he born in the same year? My dad was born in 46. I think he might have been the same year. Let me look.
Oh, I heard Eddie Guerrero's name, so that's fun.
So Bischoff must have some power. He's saying who's maybe he's commissioner or something.
He's on the NWO, and I think the NWO runs everything, right?
Okay.
That the NWO pretty much started running everything, right? That's kind of how it went
right
when they came in. So I'm assuming he's like the spokesperson of the NWO now. You never know with Bischoff.
Hogan was born August of 53.
So in 98,
45.
Wow.
Yeah, I just turned 45.
So
I just turned 45 too. We have similar physiques.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
I'm a year older than him. It goes downhill quickly, Joe.
Okay.
That 45 to 46 when everything changes. You're cut 1 minute looking like Hogan, next minute you're King Kong Bundy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Oh boy.
Yeah, you're losing in 3 seconds in WrestleMania. Actually, he won in 3 seconds, right? Or like 8 seconds in WrestleMania.
Oh, that's right.
I believe that was against our one of our wrestlers that we watched a couple weeks ago there, SD Jones.
Yeah, Special Delivery Jones.
I think SD Jones still holds the record for shortest loss in WrestleMania history, which was in 1 or 2.
That's good.
Yeah.
He was a jobber.
Yeah.
And then he was a jobber in the time when WWF like wouldn't put a good match on like a weekly show.
Right.
You had to see it in the
syndicated stuff.
Exactly. Yeah. And if they didn't have a good main event, he would team up with a good guy, and he would be like, they were like, when we're so desperate, you can win a match.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
When you wonder if Hogan's voice just eventually became this raspy thing because he talked like it for so long.
Right.
Eventually just stuck that way. But, I dyed my beard once to match Hogan's.
I remember that.
Yeah, it was pretty good. It was for a softball tournament. I think we put ram's horns in your head that day.
Yeah, we were like...
I put number 7s in the middle of them.
Yes, yep. That was a good day.
That might have been before we went to be the Elite 8 and win that game with eight players. That might have been an Elite 8 thing.
I think it was the tournament where we came in like 3rd.
Well, that was the tournament. We won the Elite 8 in the tournament.
Yeah, maybe it was. It might have been that.
It might have been the Elite Eight night.
Yeah,
that we won because we won the first round game. We won with only 8 guys.
right.
Yeah, we
three,
thought
3 infielders.
3 infielders.
Yeah.
Well, really 1 infielder, and then me or Howard covering the corners.
Right.
We had Rob going to whichever side they
Played
were.
middle infield.
Whichever side the batter was pulled to, we just went over there.
Yep.
And me and Howard pretty much manned our spots. Maybe like expanded our zone by about 3 or 4 feet in radius, but yeah, it was pretty much all Rob in the end.
Yep.
So old Hogan here just kind of just still going off, challenging. What's this? The Warrior, Goldberg,
working the crowd.
Yeah, and the crowd is, they're a little pissed off at Hogan. It seems like they definitely still aren't. He's a heel. He's definitely a heel. He's sold the heel well. His heel turn went a lot better than Austin's heel turn.
Yeah, Austin's heel turn. People just still liked him. That was the problem.
Yeah, and it pretty much was the end of Austin.
Yeah.
Because after the heel turn, when he came back, he kind of came back from an injury, and then he wasn't able to really get back into it, and just kind of ended up falling out. I think it was an NWO angle that got him at the end too, when the invasion happened, when they took over WCW.
Yeah.
Everybody's a coward to Hogan. Everybody's afraid of Hogan.
So he's calling out. So he's still trying to hang on. Goldberg's taking over.
Goldberg wearing little moccasins, apparently.
He's calling out the Warrior.
Was this the Ultimate Warrior?
I think so.
Damn.
Yeah.
I did not realize he was still relevant in any way.
Yeah, he had
by 98.
He had a WCW stint. I think it was also brief, like his WWF stint. I get the impression that guy just didn't work well with upper management.
Yeah, and I mean, 98 just seems late for. I would have thought 94, 95, but maybe that's when he was in WWF with his short run. Maybe I'm just off on his timing a little bit.
Well, he was
like WrestleMania 7, right?
It was 6. He beat Hogan.
So that's like 90.
Yeah. If he made the 90s, it was very early.
Yeah, so I feel like this seems like it's late for him to have come back. Like, where's he been for a handful of years?
Right, yeah. Maybe just blackballed a little bit or something.
Yeah, maybe the steroid thing, because I know that's probably what got him out of the WWF was the whole steroid scandal. Around that time, I think it was him. I don't know. He was never – I don't know. He was exciting at the time because he had so much energy and, he was jacked. But the matches I've watched of him later, he's not a very good performer.
No, and his interviews weren't that like he was like talking about the cosmics and all this kind of weird stuff, and it was cool when it first came out, but then it was just after 6 months it was the same.
For a guy that's a muscular guy to have a finishing move of a splash,
right?
Like it doesn't make sense. He weighs 260 pounds max.
Right.
Like the splash is a big guy thing, not a muscle guy. So like a power slam or something, or a pile driver should have been this dude's finishing move, not bounce off the ropes because you're fast and perform a fucking belly drop. It's
right.
Not a regular finishing move. Although was a great wrestling buddy.
Oh yeah, great.
Best wrestling buddy.
Really? I think so.
I think so.
I only had Macho and Ted DiBiase, so I could redo WrestleMania 4 main event.
Oh, perfect. I had the Hogan one and the Warrior.
And the Warrior, nice.
Yeah.
I just saw Perfect outside the ring.
Mr. Perfect?
Yeah. I forgot he was involved a lot of this time.
Yeah, I was always a Mr. Perfect fan.
Me too. I like him a lot.
I don't think he ever got.
Oh, the Warrior vanished in the fog.
I don't think he ever got the full. I don't know if he ever became the full the world champion for either of the promotions, but he was good. And like his, I remember when he first came in, he did that commercial to advertise for himself. He threw himself a touchdown pass and stuff.
That was awesome.
And I think Bobby the Brain Heenan was pushing him.
Yeah, and he
And we got a little commercial
break. All right. So Perfect. I thought had an injury issue, which was why he was doing like the Monday Night Raw roundtable.
Gotcha.
And he was with Heenan on the Fair for Flair stuff, and out of it. So I was kind of surprised to see. I was just kind of surprised to see him with the knee pads on and the wrestling shorts and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah, he's I don't know. I enjoyed him quite a bit. I know when he came in, they made a push for him because he was perfect and he was undefeated for a little bit, and then it just kind of. I don't think he ever made the final push to like WWF champion, or not, and maybe he got there with WCW, but I'm not familiar enough with it. I'm gonna have to Google this.
I don't
now.
think he did. He might have been an Intercontinental champion and then maybe a lesser champion in WCW too.
We'll ask old Chat GPT.
Fun wrestling fact about Ultimate Warrior for all you guys at home is that back in the region, we are at the intro now. We're back on and we're watching the Nitro intro. Back in the territories, Ultimate Warrior came up through as a tag team with Sting, which is why they have similar face paint. And I think they were called the Ultimate Warriors.
No, he was never the heavyweight or world's champion.
Neither one, huh?
In either one of the things.
That would have been a hard push for him in WCW with the amount of talent they had already brought in.
But I mean, he was, one of the big free agent gets at that time, out of the territories and for WWF and WCW. He was another one that was kind of legendary in the territories. I think it was a lot in the Memphis territory with him and like USWA or USAW or whatever it was.
Yeah.
Like there was a big rivalry with him and Lawler and stuff at one time. And actually, Lawler had pretty much a rivalry with any wrestler that came up between the like 70s and 80s.
Yeah.
He pretty much fought them at one point or another in Memphis, it seems like.
That is Larry Zbyszko.
I really only know Tony Schiavone out of those crew.
Yeah, Zbyszko was supposed to be the Bruno Sammartino protege, and they couldn't really get the fans behind him, so they eventually had him do a heel turn against Bruno.
Well, he looks stupid, so.
Yeah, and then when that ran out, it was just he was just kind of out of it. I think he must have gone right to WCW.
Good. I'm glad he just wandered off into the crowd. He's fucking gone. Good for you. Get the fuck out of here. See, this is what I love about this era, though, Joe, is look at the signs, man.
Fuller sucks.
Look at the signs.
Yeah, just bought a sign that says his buddy sucks.
Attitude Raw.
Gators World.
The Raws that we went to, everything was just so full of signs. And like, you knew you were walking into a zoo.
Yeah.
And it was a different time, man. You couldn't even be mad at the person in front of you for bringing one because everybody had them.
Right, yeah.
So you just stand up a little higher and hope they put it down at some point.
NWO Wolfpack. I do remember a lot of guys in high school.
Jim Carrey.
A lot of guys in there's a Jim Carrey poster with a movable arm. I think that says a thumbs up.
That's the liar. So they must be calling someone a liar.
Gotcha.
Yeah, something like that. Anyways, we've seen enough Tony Schiavone. He's talking. Now Goldberg's out here signing some autographs
with his.
This looks like maybe Miami football stadium.
Obligatory 90s tribal arm tattoo.
I'm not really sure. Yeah, it's definitely in Miami. Those colors, maybe the Major League All-Star game in Miami or something.
Must be, yeah, because there's Mark McGuire. They must have the same steroid guy.
Yeah, I guess it could be just the Cardinals playing against the Marlins or something, but clearly in Miami, that teal color is definitely the Dolphins.
Yeah.
Goldberg is pretty strong, but another guy, I think when you look back at it, it was the marketing more than the performance for him. He wasn't a great wrestler in the ring.
Right. I think like a lot of like gym guys in their like late 20s and 30s liked Goldberg because he was like what they wanted to look like with their
Jim Powers. Was this guy a WWF jobber in the early 80s?
Kind of sounds familiar. Jim Powers.
I feel like we might have just watched him. Maybe I'm wrong. So there's two things I'm hoping we get to see here. I'm hoping we get to see Harlem Heat because as I've Googled everything, it seems like they're considered, along with the Road Warriors, the best WCW tag team of all time. Is this Crush or Atom Bomb or something?
That kind of looks like Atom Bomb.
It's Wrath, so maybe it's Atom Bomb
we'll look
as WCW's character here. But there was another thing I was kind of hoping to see for WCW, and I can't think of it right now.
Jim Powers, 84 to 94, WWF.
I was hoping to see a young Jericho in this.
He is in this. I don't remember about Harlem Heat.
Okay. Harlem Heat I've got on my video game now anyway, so.
Let's look up Wrath.
Oh, pretty ladies right there inside WCW
Oh,
Nitro.
I missed it.
Yeah. You
I
did.
wonder if what's her name's a Nitro girl right now. Stacey Keebler.
Oh, she could be.
Yep.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. She could be.
Yep.
Could be right around her time, right before she became Miss Hancock there.
That's right.
For Ric Flair's kid, David Flair.
That's right.
That does look like Adam Bomb. I'd be shocked if that's not.
That is Adam Bomb.
There you go.
Yep.
So just another guy that was just physically dominant, but again, really no personality. So he couldn't get, never got the push in either promotion. I don't think.
I can't recall him ever being on the mic.
And I don't recall like anyone talking about how awesome Wrath was.
Right. Yeah.
When you go back to the Monday Night Wars.
Right.
So like, it's another guy that it just seems like he should have been better than he was. You know, like maybe kind of along the lines of like a Sean Stasiak.
Yeah.
Guy you think instead of being meat, you know, should have just been something better.
Right.
The meat angle kind of screwed him over. But yeah, I'm hoping to see a young Jericho in this. So I ended up being like when he first went to the WWF, I was irritated by him, but then he grew on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he grew on me, and it was pretty quick that he grew on me, and I was pretty quickly a Y2J fan, and I've since heard that he may be returning to the WWF this year.
Oh, wow.
So he may finally be coming back to do something for the WWF.
I know in AEW there was a big angle for a long time with Rhodes and Jericho, and I think also CM Punk.
Okay.
And now CM Punk and Rhodes are both back in WWE.
Yeah.
So it might make sense from that sort of cross-promotion storyline to bring in Jericho. That'd be wild if Jericho's would be back. Yeah.
Oh, did you see any of the highlights from the we just watched Adam Bomb decimate here?
Yes.
From the Hardys and the Dudleys.
I have seen some highlights. I saw Hardy doing some swanton bombs off ladders.
Yep.
Pretty cool. The Dudley boys handing their boots over
at the
Hardy
end.
Boys. That was cool.
Yeah, it was a very cool kind of end to their thing. They all put their signature moves on.
Yeah.
I'd imagine at this age, Jeff Hardy going through a table doesn't feel like it did in his 20s.
Right.
I imagine he needed a couple days to recover from that. I did find most of the match, I think, on YouTube. It was really good match.
Yep.
I enjoyed it for the nostalgia part of it.
Sure.
Made me go back and want to watch some more Dudley matches because
Yeah.
they were just an unbelievable tag team, like all through and through. They were fun.
Do you know if that was that a TNA pay-per-view or NXT?
TNA.
That's got to be probably one of the biggest TNA pay-per-views ever.
Because now I think the Hardys just won the NXT title.
They had both at that match.
And I believe that there's also rumor they may be making another WWE final appearance.
Okay.
As they get down towards the end of their career. There's been a few rumors that there may be a WWE final showing for them.
I was just wondering if maybe they're done, but maybe they're building up for that.
Yeah.
I was wondering if they were building up for just one final push because they're getting they have the TNA titles, they have the NXT titles, and they have a good following again. They've kind of rebranded once again.
Right.
And I think it's interesting what they're doing. Spike, did you see Spike?
I did.
Yeah.
And it is, they are suffering a little bit of ratings withdrawal and stuff up in the WWF and now and stuff. And you interject the Hardy Boys into a pay-per-view lineup and you're going to get a lot of nostalgic fans back involved.
Definitely. Especially with them still able to do stuff. Adam Bomb with the win.
And that's one of the things that, I feel is missing when I do tune into the modern wrestling is they don't have that many of the old school guys show up anymore. WWE for years, Raw had Ric Flair just randomly show up or, other guys from the past that still could do things. And it seems to have gone away a little bit now.
So we're on commercial now.
Yeah, back into a commercial after Adam Bomb or Wrath.
Just decimated Jim Powers.
Yeah,
I wonder if this is a microcosm of what's going on behind the scenes at WCW right now. They just brought out Hogan, right?
Right.
The most famous wrestler of all time to do an intro. Fans booed. Do the intro. Do the show intro. The CGI or whatever intro. And then you bring out Jim Powers and Wrath.
Right. And it does speak a little bit to it too because this time the WWF is also introducing a lot of these high flyers. Like Shawn Michaels is one of their main eventers and stuff like that. It's still the land of the giants in WCW.
Yeah.
Hogan and the Warrior and these are names from the 80s when it was the big muscle building guys that were everything. Now you've got in the WWF, you've got some of the more exciting guys along with some of the giants.
Exactly.
And that does transition into that Attitude Era where you had some of the best performers were not giants,
Right.
Which ultimately culminated in Rey Mysterio Jr. winning the World Heavyweight Championship after winning a Royal Rumble. I want to say it was like 2008 or so that he won the Royal Rumble, but
it was that late, huh?
I think it might have been 8, maybe 6. It was after the Invasion. Okay, so here's some Nitro girls. Let's see if we can see Stacy Keibler.
Yeah. So they're dancing.
No, don't see Stacy Keibler there.
No, I wonder if she's gone. Let's find out. All right.
Yeah, Stacy Keibler was definitely one to remember for sure.
And these outfits, these are like Florida, like bike week, like 40s and 50s guys. They're really, so that's why they have the 80s wrestlers, because they're really.
See, we just got back from commercial. Tony Schiavone and Larry Zbyszko there are being brought in by the WCW Nitro girls. That one might have been a wrestler. She looks somewhat familiar, so she may have turned into a wrestler too. All right, now we are with Mean Gene Okerlund at Wapanoka Space Museum.
What is going on?
So I'm not sure what Mean Gene is doing.
This is right out of 1988 Superstars.
I mean, here's the high school football team celebrating. Got the practice jerseys on.
Welcome to Redskin country. That wouldn't fly today.
Wapanoketa.
Something tells me that Rock isn't here and isn't there
Probably
anymore.
not. This is like 92, 93, it said. I'm not sure what these girls are. They got Mug Root Beer hats on. This is the Nitro party by Mug Root Beer. Okay, this makes sense a little bit. So they must be in Minneapolis, which also may be why you saw Kurt Hennig out there, because he's from Minnesota.
I think it said Miami, which is probably why they were at a Marlins game.
Yeah, too. So I don't know if Stacy Keibler is one of these Nitro girls or not, but she certainly could be. Huge stadium.
Kimberly, she was a wrestler. They just called her Kimberly. I'm pretty sure that was a wrestler.
Okay. Kimberly Gale. Kim Gale.
Oh,
I think so.
All right.
Huge stadium. So back then, even the ones we went to, they filled huge arenas.
Also, Stacy Keibler doesn't become a Nitro girl until 99.
Oh, okay. So who do we got here? This looks like Norman Smiley.
What in the world?
He becomes somebody else, doesn't he? He looks familiar for some reason.
He looks like. Yes, you're right.
All right, I'm Googling Norman Smiley.
I'm going to look up Kimberly, WCW. I'll provide some commentary while I do that.
Yeah, we're Googling Norman Smiley because this
we got Norman Smiley who looks
awful familiar.
Yeah, he does. Like a nerdy guy.
Yeah.
He's very small. I wonder if they're starting to have roster issues. I wonder if this is a 3-hour Nitro and they can't cut it anymore. He's got Hogan's Jimi Hendrix music, right? Or is this somebody else? Oh, no.
He was with them from 91 to 95.
Who is this guy? Scott Norton.
He's known as Black Magic and Norman Smiley.
Scott Norton. Who is this guy?
Let's see. He did a lot of wrestling, but not a whole lot for WWF or WCW. 97 to 2001.
He's getting beat down pretty big by it. Look up Scott Norton when you're done.
Okay, I will. I don't know. He won the Hardcore Championship in WCW in 99 to 2001.
Okay.
So he was definitely a mid-Carter guy. Scott Norman?
Yeah.
Scott?
He just came out. He's part of NWO Hollywood. And I think he's going to win. Oh, no. He pulled him up.
Scott Norman.
Pulled him up.
WCW. It really doesn't come up on Wikipedia.
No, he must have been
Scott Norman, WCW. Let's see what comes up here.
He's got a terrible onesie for a uniform.
Well, this must be his only match.
Oh, wow.
Because it immediately brings to YouTube videos of this match.
Oh, jeez.
So I don't know what NWO Hollywood was, but I'm guessing it didn't last very long, or maybe it was a minor league thing that they pulled this dude up from, but not even a Wikipedia page on this dude.
Wow.
So Norman Smiley, who in my opinion looks like a little more muscular Tim Meadows.
Yeah, that's what
like. I kind of want to see if he's going to sip some Cavassier after getting his ass kicked here.
Yes.
Like, I love Tim Meadows, but man,
Maybe take a couple phone calls. Yeah.
But I'm feeling like that might be what I'm thinking is Tim Meadows is why I'm thinking that guy looks familiar. And I love Tim Meadows. The ladies' man, has some Cavassier. Most underrated Saturday Night Live skit of all time was him as O.J. Simpson on the Telestrator.
Yes.
Right, and I did it.
Yes.
As he's breaking down the play, like the Marv Albert guy sitting in the booth, like, do you see this? You guys not see this? So yeah, love Tim Meadows. So Tim Meadows loses there, or Norman Smiley, as he might be known today.
Yeah, Kim Page.
Oh,
She's the valet and real life wife of Diamond Dallas Page.
Okay. Here is so she is familiar then.
Yep.
If she was with DDP.
Yep.
So the Warrior's back again. Like, I don't care.
Yeah.
At this point, the Warrior hasn't done a goddamn thing except stand here and look strong.
Yeah. Someone's pointing a laser at him. That's fun.
Yeah.
That's what I'd be doing too. Yeah, he's just standing there.
Yeah.
They are. I think they're starting to hurt here.
I think that the Warrior may have been like a last-ditch effort or something to try to gain the relevance back to see if they could get a quick pop with him or something.
Right.
Is this Perry Saturn?
That's Perry Saturn.
All right. Looks a lot different than he did when he joined the WWF with the Radicals there.
Oh. So he's Lodi, who I don't remember. He's Lodi's servant.
Okay.
He's carrying all his gear.
So are these like part of the flock, Ravens flock or something?
Yes.
Okay. He's not as bad on the mic here as when he came to WWF.
Yeah. He's also not as ripped.
Yeah. And they're not making him top to a fucking mop.
Right. Moppy.
So look at that going for him. Some serious chops on that dude.
Yeah.
I don't know who that
the Hogan
guy.
color.
I don't know who that guy is, but I like his fucking chops, man.
Let's look up Lodi.
Is that Lodi?
I think so.
All right.
Because I think he's carrying his gear.
So we just we're going to another 60-second commercial here. We got Burger King. A bunch of zombies getting ordered from Burger King, so good for them. Yeah, some of these food looks okay, but
Bradley Kane. Brad Kane, Idol, Lodi Kane, Rave, Rage, Raising. No, he's nobody.
He's nobody.
Yeah.
He just had some good chops on this particular night.
He does, yeah. He had that going on. Almost ripping off the Hogan type thing.
So this could also speak to the development of the two companies. Like, they had the factory or whatever for WCW, and at this time it's Smoky Mountain Wrestling for WWF.
Right.
So it could be like the developmental territory for the WWF was phenomenal at this time, as I've talked about a lot. That Smoky Mountain Wrestling, they had a ton of names from the Hardy Boys, and Kane was there, and I mean even a guy. You remember TL Hopper?
No.
So he was a plumber for the WWF during that jobber era.
The job era.
Yeah, and so he was known as Dirty White Boy, and was like their big time champion.
Oh wow!
For Smoky Mountain Wrestling for the longest time. But yeah, that was just filled with people. Like Al Snow was there. I actually found out the other day. I was watching some old wrestling, like I like to do. Al Snow was in the New Rockers with Marty Jannetty.
Oh no, kidding! That was him.
Yeah,
I didn't realize
that was Al
him.
Snow.
Yep.
And you have to see him and look at him in the face. Really young Al Snow, but man, it was kind of fun. All right, so here's Luger.
If you want to see a really
Diesel. So
now we got
the Wolf Pack.
This is the Wolf Pack
because they're wearing Wolf Pack shirts. There's Stevie Ray. So Stevie Ray's part of the Wolf Pack?
Must be.
Or are they fighting Stevie Ray? Are we going to see Harlem Heat versus the Wolf Pack?
I just want to hear the music.
So I can't get the music on my video games. They don't have all the music, but they announce them as Harlem Heat, and they give them both their outfits and stuff. And I've made them the WCW champions in my current universe that I have that I need to start.
Nice.
I lost all my settings, so I had to reboot everything. And now I'm trying to re-win the showcase mode so they can get all the unlocked wrestlers. But I've got all of them set up now. I just need to get those last few wrestlers set in there. All right, so is that Loki with the upside down visor?
Let's see.
Because that ruins upside down visors. Like, it was already a bad idea because if it rains out, it's just pouring the rain on your head.
It makes like a little lake for your head.
Serious mullet there by Luger.
Yeah, for 98. Pretty impressive.
That is. Like,
Does
only Joe Dirt and Lex Luger had mullets in the late 90s.
Yeah, I don't think that's Lodi. That's another guy.
All right.
Because I don't see the black.
Yeah, I know. I don't know who that guy is. I don't like him, though. Never bought myself into any of the forms of Diesel, Kevin Nash. I don't know. I never was never a fan. He's just a big, powerful guy, but I never felt like he was much of anything.
He was like almost there, but not quite.
Yeah, like he had to have better guys around him to put him over.
Yeah, exactly.
He couldn't put others over. He couldn't put himself over.
I think I've heard that.
Oh, is that just Big Pun? Is that literally just Big Punisher?
I don't know who that is.
I don't know. Because they had celebrities at different times, like Rodman and David or David Arquette and stuff.
Yeah. Didn't David Arquette win the world title?
Yeah, he did.
That's pretty crazy.
And that was kind of in the middle of all of the, like, while they were dominating everything, I believe. I don't think it was after they started losing. I think it was in the middle of their domination run when they could do nothing wrong. Somehow they got away with giving David Arquette a title.
So now he's speaking in Spanish.
I don't know who he is. I kind of like the little robe thing he's wearing. I hate the visor being upside down and backwards because if it starts raining in South Florida, you're going to get soaked. It's just a bad idea, man. And I'm pretty sure you're wearing flip-flops and socks, which is 30 years early for that because they all do it now, but nobody did it then.
Nope.
We all thought it was stupid then. Now all the kids wear it.
Luger looks pretty good, and I don't think he has that much longer to live at this point.
No, he hadn't walked for years until he got into DDP's yoga, and DDP actually got him walking again.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, it's a pretty cool YouTube channel that DDP has, or even like TikTok videos or whatnot. But he's a yoga guy, and he actually works with these guys and helps them get healthy again. It's pretty fascinating. I saw it on X the other day. He offered to help LeBron because LeBron's out with sciatica. And he said, "You don't need to be out for 6 weeks. I'll fix you."
Oh, no kidding.
I don't think LeBron ever replied. Oh. But he did get Luger out of his wheelchair.
So I thought Luger passed when Elizabeth passed, but he's still alive.
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
He's not like great. He's pretty skinny and whatnot. And I think he still does mostly be in a wheelchair, but he can get out of it now.
So when was this thing that he did with DDP?
I don't know how long ago it was. It just showed up on my feed. And I started watching it, and then he got him to walk again. But he goes to like signing events and stuff. Huh. So let's see. I'll look that up while the man who got way too much mic time in his career ruins yet another mic time moment. When did DDP help Lex Luger walk?
A lot of talking in wrestling at this point. We've had 2 very bad matches.
Yeah. Okay.
I wonder who this guy is.
So around 2007, 2010, Luger suffered a spinal infraction. Temporarily paralyzed him from the neck down. Doctors told him he might never walk again. He lost muscle mass and mobility. In the early 2000s, DDP, who had been helping wrestlers in yoga through his fitness program, DDP Yoga, reached out to Luger. And around 2014-15, they started working together to rebuild strength. And through steady recovery, Luger regained the ability to stand and walk short distances with the assistance. So around 2015 or so.
Okay.
So DDP is still doing some pretty cool things. Well, that's 10 years ago now, so I'm not sure exactly what he's doing. But apparently he's still doing it if he's active on X, telling LeBron to call him. But
DDP, don't call LeBron. He's a bum.
Yeah. All right, Kevin Nash, you got gray hair all over the place. I didn't really buy you when you were Big Daddy cool. I'm really not buying you now, and you're boring the crap out of me. Cool. You walked alone.
He was just calling somebody out, telling them they had to pick between which NWO they were going to join. I didn't see who it was, though.
You're going to join the Wolfpack or join the NWO.
Hollywood.
And where's Scott Hall at this point? Is that who they're fighting for, Scott Hall?
Oh, it could have been.
Because I liked Scott Hall, too. He was another one that I think made well in that mid-card, like, Intercontinental title.
Yeah.
He was good for that level.
Yep.
But never I didn't really would never have bought him being the top guy anywhere.
Yeah, you'd be hurting as an organization if he had to be your world champ.
But I did think he was great in that second level as a top guy in that second level. I thought he was great.
Yeah, Razor Ramon was a fun character.
Yeah. That was his best character. The Razor's Edge, one of my favorite finishing moves of all time. Whenever I play the Super Nintendo Royal Rumble game, that's my favorite character to be because of the Razor's Edge.
Nice.
All right. So Kevin Nash has finally stopped talking.
Yep.
And we've seen 2 terrible matches so far. A whole lot of mic work.
This is one of the higher rated Nitros. Back to commercial.
So we got to have some good matches coming up on this card here at some point. So far, I'm seeing a little bit of why WCW may have started losing. Because when I came in at the end of '98 to WWF, it was fun, exciting, young guys jumping everywhere. I mean, at that point, I think Val Venus was introduced and Goldust, and they were pushing the limits on everything. Whether you liked those guys, they were interesting characters. Whether you actually like them as characters, their backstories were interesting and sometimes unbelievable.
Yeah, right.
I think when I first started watching, Val Venus was fighting with Kai and Tai, and he was sleeping with the wife of the manager of Kai and Tai, and they were going to choppy his PP.
Yes, that's right.
And this is what WCW is doing at this time instead of choppy the PP.
It looks like they're trying to hang on to coming out of the commercial break.
Yeah. All right, so we're coming back to Nitro.
We're back in. So it seems like they're hanging on to the nostalgia part a little bit too much. Yeah. Like that cutaway after they showed the Warrior. They're like, "Hey, want to see the Warrior for 10 seconds?" You know, kind of thing. Like, remember him from 1987?
And having the play-by-play guys in the ring.
Yeah.
This is something that was in the 80s.
Who is that? Is that Jack
That's
Tunney?
Tony Schiavone and Jack Tunney, I think. But this is something they would do in the 80s. And why can't you have a discussion about Fall Brawl in the announce booth?
Right, yeah.
Why do I need to sit here and watch you talk about the Fall Brawl? This isn't selling me on wanting to watch it unless someone comes out and like clotheslines you or something, because like that's what adds to the excitement here. I know that Erica now loves Goldberg.
Yeah, Erica loves Goldberg and Kathy.
NWO Doug.
Kathy NWO Doug. Okay.
I'm not quite sure I get that one.
What up, B? Oh, there was a wolf pack with all the...
All right, who do we got here?
Is that Arn? That's Arn Anderson.
All right, so again, we're not going to see a match. We're going to see some more talking.
Yep. Another 80s guy coming down. I loved Arn Anderson.
The Brain Busters, the Four
Horsemen.
So they might be doing a 4 Horsemen angle here too, because I know they did that at different times in the WCW, because they did have some of these older WCW legends like Anderson and Flair, and I think even Jeff Jarrett at one time. But I think Jarrett's with the WWF at this time before. Boy, he's the one that got screwed the most out of that WCW WWF buy. You ever hear that?
Jeff Jarrett?
Yeah.
No.
So he had left WWF and gone to WCW. When you rewatch when Vince McMahon buys it, he fires Jeff Jarrett live on air.
Oh, wow.
And then Jeff Jarrett can't get a job at WCW or WWF because of that buy. So that's why TNA got started, because Jeff Jarrett was a free agent because Vince didn't want to bring him back.
Wow.
So, but yeah, when
what happened there.
Vince is like going off about how I own it and I bought Turner and I can fire him, and he literally fires Jeff Jarrett. Jeff Jarrett will never work for me again, or something like that.
Oh, wow.
And I've listened to Jarrett's podcast, and he's like, yeah, no, found out live on television I was fired.
That wasn't the storyline or anything.
And that's where him and his dad ended up deciding to go the route of starting TNA.
Gotcha.
Because of that. So that's why it was around 2000 or so, 2001, when that Invasion angle happened and TNA came up at the same time.
No kidding.
But yeah, so Jarrett just kind of was one of those guys that was like, we got nothing for you now, buddy. Sorry. All right. Now we've got, is this Arn Anderson?
I think so.
He's in the Mid-Atlantic area on a beach somewhere. Wearing a Yankees hat.
Also, another guy who never got brought back after that purchase was Macho Man, which I thought was pretty wild.
Yep.
I thought that was, such a huge character.
Yeah.
People have all sorts of theories on why that is, but no one really knows.
Yeah, no, I don't know either. I'd have to listen to it. I mean, I've listened to some of the podcasts. Like I was watching one the other day. Jeff Jarrett did one where him and Conrad Thompson watched the first ever match between the Macho Man and Jerry the King Lawler. in,
Oh, wow.
in Memphis wrestling in like 1978 or something.
Oh, wow.
And they were just telling some of the stories that Macho Man and his family, the Pothos, were like almost like the mafia back then.
Oh, yeah.
And like they would just show up at a territory and just try to take it over.
Oh.
So they weren't highly liked because of that. So I wonder if there was just some, when he left WWF, I wonder if there was just a little too much bad blood.
Interesting.
Maybe his attitude and stuff was just a little too much or something. Maybe he just lost a little bit. But yeah, I guess they were kind of like the mafia. The Poffo family would come in, and his brother Lanny, I guess, was pretty good in the WCW for a while as well. But yeah, I think just the Poffos would come in and take over and then piss everyone off, and off they'd go. So, but yeah, so it's just some interesting stories. I was like, I'm not like, this is way too much talking. Like, I don't.
Is that Arn Anderson talking to Arn Anderson?
Yeah, it's Arn Anderson talking to Arn Anderson about the Mid-Atlantic, which I don't like. I get it. Ocean City, Maryland.
I guess
take the Chesapeake Bay Bridge. Cool. All that's fun, but I didn't need a segment on it.
Oh, so that was 15 years ago.
Oh.
Okay. Yeah, they are really hanging on to the nostalgia.
This segment shouldn't take this long between three guys that there's no chance of them fighting.
Yeah.
This could have happened at the announcer's table while a match was taking place.
Is this some sort of like tribute to Arn Anderson?
I don't really know.
Yeah.
Cool. Yeah, he's the heart and soul. Great. Now let's move on. All right. I got to tell you, this is pretty easy to see why WCW lost.
Yeah.
No, they're not. They're not going to be okay, despite what you just said, Jack Tunney.
You got 3 years.
Oh, God.
I wonder if Jack Tunney got a job after the purchase, because he was a big deal in WWF for a long time.
Yeah. I don't know, but this is just brutal. We're almost an hour into this show, and we've seen 2 jobber matches.
Oh, Steve Mongo McMichael.
I haven't seen Disco Inferno. I haven't seen Harlem Heat, Chris Benoit, Chris Jericho. Like,
yeah,
where are all these guys that should be like on here?
Yeah, this is bad.
This is something you can do at the broadcast table while a match is taking place.
Yeah,
you could have this guy come and sat with you.
Yeah, this would have been perfect in the Wrath Jim Powers match.
Right, and like if this was WWF right now, this would be Vince McMahon yelling at someone, and there'd be a chance of a fight breaking out.
Right. Or he'd be pretending to bring in this old legend to honor him, and then he'd screw him over.
Right.
Yeah.
Like something would happen.
Yes.
This is just like, oh, here's Chris Benoit with.
Yep.
Okay.
And
so
I think Chris Benoit.
For a second, I was thinking as a referee.
Man, that's a 90s shirt, isn't it?
Yeah. I was thinking he was a referee with the shirt at first.
Yeah.
Wow, Chris Benoit.
And I think that was McMichael.
Old Mongo?
Yeah.
So this is like the new 4 Horsemen or something?
Yeah, this is like this version of it.
All right.
So they're trying to talk Arn Anderson into doing something. I'm not sure what.
Joining the new 4 Horsemen? I don't know. This could have happened quicker.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're trying to tell you that the moment is really big because they can't sell it to you.
Right.
With the storyline. Yeah, this is surprising. So this must have been a lot of people tuned in because it had been good, but it was starting to
Yeah, maybe. Yeah. And maybe there'll be some matches. Maybe this is the way Nitro is. They do a lot of talking at the beginning at this time, and then they get into some shit.
Yeah.
But like he was ready to leave, which was cool. Because we could move on. Like this could be Jim Cornette and it'd be more entertaining.
Yeah, definitely.
Let's just get some NWA angle here. It's the 4 Horsemen. Let's go old school. Get Jim Cornette out there. Just punch him. Do something. Because you're a dude. Just punch him. You got glasses on. Arn.
I think you're afraid of all this.
Okay.
Oh, called Arn Anderson a coward. Love the glasses.
Let him leave. Let's do something else. This has been like 15 minutes of just Arn Anderson in the ring with an old dude. And finally, yes. Okay.
All right.
He's walked away.
Commercial.
Commercial break has never been more wanted. Holy cow. Okay.
So the main event is Hogan and Hart against Luger and Sting.
Okay.
So there's a good match.
So there's something coming up.
Yep.
I'm hoping for some more matches here. I mean, they've got a card full of guys that turn out to be pretty exciting, but they're clearly not pushing.
Yeah.
Eddie Guerrero, freaking Chris Jericho. They've got all these guys. They got Mysterio at this time. And they're not, we haven't seen any of them.
No.
And these guys Jericho's 2 years away from being an undisputed WWF champion.
Yep. Yeah, the first one. The first one since 1905 or something.
Yeah, I mean, this is just wild. And I guess they might still believe in that idea that you have to be the Giants or have to be part of this faction, or like they're clearly pushing this NWO versus this faction and versus this faction thing.
Do they have Paul White right now too?
They might.
Yeah.
Because it wasn't, I think it was 99 he joined the WWF, so the Giants got to be here.
Yeah, that was, we just watched that.
I'm going to Google that here.
Was that Armageddon? With no St. Valentine's Day Massacre?
It was.
That was
February 99.
Oh, was it 99? I was thinking 2001. Yeah, he's got to be there too.
Giant in.
All right, we got some sparklers going. We got some fireworks. Look at this, all you 40 and 50-year-old bikers.
Yeah, he was here from 95 to 99, so this is like peak Giant time.
Back with Shivani and Zabisco and Mike Tenay, who I don't know.
I have already seen more fucking Tony Schiavone than I need to see. Like, he's not the king. He's not JR. He's not Vince McMahon. He just keeps talking.
I'm starting to remember now. I think the reason I kind of stopped, I basically wasn't watching wrestling for just a brief period here. Basically, I missed the beginning of the Goldberg push.
Yeah.
And I think it was because of this, like, building of anticipation and then nothing ever happening.
Yeah, like, are they just building it all up for matches at the pay-per-views or whatever?
I don't know.
Like, I mean, you could go back and watch a Raw at any time, and there's a WWF Heavyweight Championship match in the Raw, and there's a hardcore title, and there's a women's title match.
Yeah.
And you don't see, like, you haven't seen any of the guys that you'd expect to see here. You've heard them talk about, like, Eddie Guerrero, but we haven't even seen Eddie Guerrero. Yeah, 2 mandates. He mentioned earlier. Thanks for reminding us about all the talking you've done. They clearly know everyone's not listening because they keep reminding you of all the shit they've done so far.
Here we go, Eddie Guerrero.
He shocked us all in the ring.
Look at that mullet.
That's a good one, but 2 weeks ago. Okay. Is someone gonna wrestle though?
He just threatened to go to WWF.
Yeah. Yeah, Eddie Guerrero's on the mic ripping through Eric Bischoff.
Said if he doesn't get what he wants, he's going to go to some other show.
Which is a match, which they don't do many matches. So I think most guys are with you, Eddie. They'd also like a match.
Yeah. What are we at? We got a time on here?
We've been live for 52 minutes.
Yeah,
we've seen two jobber matches.
2 jobber matches. With really jobber winners, too.
Yeah. Yeah, like no one was getting over.
Yeah.
I guess you could put Wrath over, but he didn't do anything.
Everybody's on the Brock Lesnar, I wrestle 4 times a year contract.
Yeah, it seems this way. But I'm going to go talk on the mic forever.
Is that he's got a cup of water?
I think. I don't know. He splashed him with water. Okay. He threw coffee on himself. It's the clearest coffee I've ever seen. I'm all confused now. I think that's
jorts. A WCW moment.
I love the jorts, but he clearly threw water on himself, not coffee. He's got a suitcase. God damn it, Tony Schiavone. Okay, Tony Schiavone should not be the star of the show. And he is.
Because they had
FSU fears Goldberg.
I guess the brain has quit. I guess Bobby Heenan has quit WCW by now.
Yeah, I have no idea.
He was there.
But this would be like Jim Ross and Lawler pretty much telling you everything that's happened.
Yeah.
This is like a montage of what's happened over and over again.
Yeah.
Well, these guys came in the ring and they talked about this. Oh, here comes another guy to talk, and we'll tell you what he talked about later. Like, Jesus Christ, go wrestle. I don't care about Eric Bischoff anymore. If he's the one who rid all this shit in instead of wrestling, then it's pretty easy why he got fired.
Oh, here we go.
Oh,
Here comes the
NWO's
third time we've
coming
heard
back out.
Jimi Hendrix.
Third
First for
time
Hogan,
the
then
NWO's
for-
come out.
Then for Norton.
Are
Now
we going to
for-
fight this time?
Who is that guy? There's Virgil.
That looks like Crush.
Is it? Let's look at this guy. Who
That
is
looks
this?
like Brian Adams. It is.
It
It's
is.
Crush.
With Vincent. Oh yeah. So funny thing, maybe you told me about this actually.
I don't
They
know.
named Virgil. Vince
Okay.
did. Vince named Virgil to pick on Dusty Rhodes, who was a big guy, big promoter in WCW Mid Atlantic at the time.
Yeah,
Just to pick on him, just take a shot at him because his real name is Virgil
gotcha.
Runnels or something like that.
Yeah,
And so when Virgil went to WCW, they named him Vincent to pick on McMahon.
all right.
Yep. So this guy is basically just a black guy who gets named stuff to pick on other people.
Gotcha. So this dude, Brian Adams, he got over a little bit as like Blonde Crush, but then I think it was pretty much shit for him after.
Yeah, I didn't know he did anything in WCW.
This must be Sting? Or no, it's the Warrior.
More. Oh, look.
The Warrior's
Hey, guys,
up there
want-
now.
Guys, want to see the Warrior?
He's looking down again.
You guys want to see the Warrior? Point your laser
I
pointer.
think
at
he's
him.
wearing fucking jeans. Except wrestling. He's everywhere but wrestling. Yep, every time a member of the NWO is in the ring, he's far away from them. He's up in the fucking rafters, so he's doing a great job watching them. I'm sure they're really intimidated because he can get down so fast from the fucking rafters.
He doesn't have the Sting.
Oh, we got another guy coming out. We got a match. Is Brian Adams going to have a match? I hear music. Oh, come on. Here's the dude. Here we go. Eddie Guerrero. All right. Now I'm excited.
Does Guerrero win this? I think he does.
Now I'm excited. We got Eddie Guerrero.
I'm thinking Crush is. I'm thinking Crush is the jobber here.
Now I liked Eddie Guerrero in the WWF.
Me too.
I didn't know much about him, and it took a little bit for him to grow on me because I didn't really like the four Radicals when they came in as the Radicals.
Oh, you didn't? I like that.
I just didn't
that.
like all of them together.
Oh.
Like I don't know why. It was more like them the way they like their group monologues and shit just kind of turned me off a little bit. But then once he broke free from them, I started liking him, and I certainly really enjoyed him when he was with China.
Oh, I forgot about him with China.
When they were Latino Heat.
Yeah.
Came out in the lowriders and stuff.
Yep.
Him
Yeah.
and China went to the prom together because Eddie got his GED.
That was so much better.
Yeah.
Oh no! Please don't do it.
No, we've
Show us
been
the
waiting
match.
for a match for an hour with someone who I knew who it was. We got one. We have two guys that I know who they are here.
Get him crushed.
Now, Crush ended up with Demolition at
I was
one
going to
point,
say,
right?
do this for Demolition. Yeah, so Axe started to have some injuries and stuff, real life injuries that were holding him out, pain and stuff.
Gotcha.
And so they tried to continue it on with like Axe as like kind of like a manager leader.
Yeah,
But he would still fight sometimes. I think they fought under the Freebird rules when they were tag champs.
gotcha.
But for the most part, it was smash and crush,
Yeah,
which it was okay to me at that point.
and I hate this wrestle.
Yeah,
Been waiting for wrestling, and Eddie Guerrero's just laying down.
yeah. This must be part of his angle about
It's
getting
gotta
screwed
be.
over or whatever.
It's gotta be. I'm not.
So young there.
Yeah.
I wonder if Dean
Do
Malenko and
something.
Perry Saturn are still alive because two of those radicals are gone.
Perry Saturn, I believe, is. I saw. So there's a podcast. Do you remember Maven, the guy who went Tough Enough?
Yeah. I see him. I see he's got a lot of YouTube clips.
So he's doing this one thing where he's going to see wrestlers who didn't like him and trying to catch up with them. And Perry Saturn was one of those guys.
Oh.
He went and visited with Perry Saturn. So I don't know how old ago it was, But Perry Saturn was in one of Maven's things, so I'm going to
Okay.
Google him now to see if Perry Saturn's still alive. He looked very old. Perry Saturn. Let's see. Yep, still alive. He's 59 years old.
Oh, good for him.
So Eddie Guerrero and Benoit are no longer there, but Malenko also looks very old. And I see him in some clips going to these signings, and he's he looks pretty hurting. All right. So WCW, in my opinion, has some multitude of problems right now.
Yeah.
When you finally have a match, there's no match. Eddie Guerrero just lays the fuck down.
It's over.
And it's over.
Wow. So if you imagine paying for a ticket to go to this,
Wow.
it's been an hour. You've seen
And the thing
Jim Powers and Atom Bomb.
Yeah. And
You've seen.
I was just excited for this match, and I got treated to Eddie Guerrero laying down the whole time.
Yeah, I
on
was
the
excited
ring.
for this too.
That was pathetic.
So now they're playing some angle where he's pretending to rebel or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I guess. Cool. He's back on the microphone again. You got your water again? You gonna pour some more water on yourself?
Call it coffee.
You had an opportunity to have a match right
How
there.
are the people in this company?
You just had a match. You laid down. They cut off your microphone. I don't know that I want to stay with you guys.
Back on commercial. Back on gain.
Which has been better than the show so far. The
Gain
commercials.
That's all right.
It's better than what we just watched. That was the lamest match I've watched ever.
What is this? What is this Wicked thing that they're advertising? Is there like another Wicked movie?
I don't know.
Or was it a show? I don't know either.
No, it was a movie.
It's a peacock
It was a
movie.
musical movie.
Ah, gotcha.
Yeah, it was the prequel to the Wizard of Oz, essentially.
Hmm.
You found out how the Wicked Witch of the West and all that came about.
Prudential. Did we go up in
John Hancock
the
building.
John Hancock building?
Yep, John Hancock building. We
We
went
had
up there. They told us we weren't really welcome because we weren't wearing shirts,
Yeah.
fancy enough shirts.
Yeah, we had sleeveless rip-off
Yeah.
shirts. We we went to a Red Sox game.
Yeah.
Then we got tore up in Boston after, and then we decided let's go to the top floor of the John Hancock building. We go in, get in the elevator, go to the top. It opens up to a very, very nice, very
Really
upscale
fancy restaurant.
restaurant. All right, we're back on. We're starting up.
All
Some
right.
kids with red paint on. We walk in, and the bartender is essentially like, here's some drinks. Why don't you get out of here?
Yeah.
That's what we did.
We drank our drinks and left.
Yeah. But yeah, we had like the old Red Sox shirts that said like, I think mine said Posada's little
Yeah.
bitch.
That might even have been the Manny Ramirez opening day game we went to.
I could be.
Because
Who's this guy?
Is this Ernie Ladd or Ernie the Cat Miller? I don't know who it is because he just came to the ring and started talking again from Thunder from last week. I think this might be Ernie the Cat Miller. Ernie Miller. You are the greatest. Maybe we'll see you have a match.
Ernie Miller.
Yes, the cat, Ernie Miller.
Interesting.
He had a short run in WWE at one point, mostly as like an announcer.
Ernie the
Oh,
Cat.
here he comes. Ernest the Cat Miller. Looks like we're gonna have a match, Joe.
Holy moly. Maybe he'll lie down. Interesting.
I remember this guy a little bit when he came to WWF. He did a lot of like the ring announcing stuff. I don't think he wrestled a whole lot. He's a karate champion, but he's not in a karate match at this point.
No, he's in a wrestling match. Wonder when this is when they're
Is
trying
this
to like
Raven?
pull guys from the UFC.
Is this Raven? No, Riggs.
What in the hell is this? This is the beginning of the second hour. And we have
And Riggs keeps just flashing his tongue out like he's a frog.
WCW Riggs.
No, he's crawling around like he's a frog. I guess he's the frog man.
Scotty Riggs. What's his deal?
He's of the flock, so that's why he looks like a Raven.
Kendo the Samurai, Riggs, Scott Studd, Scotty Anton, Scotty Riggs. He's nobody too.
Nobody.
Man, this was one of the highest rated Nitros. I think
It must be that last hour of it gets fucking intense or something.
It must be like just a lot of people didn't have anything to do on August 31st, 98. They
I'm curious
tuned
now what the Raw at the same on August 31st had.
Yeah, get the lineup from that. That'd be
August
sweet.
31, 1998 WWF Raw lineup. So let's see what that lineup was. List of that. Okay, so the Raw, where are we? August 31st. Got to scroll down because apparently I got all of them here, not just that day. Okay, July, August 17th, 24th, 31st. So the DOA versus Ken Shamrock and Steve Blackman.
Okay.
Val Venus versus Vader.
Yes.
The Rock and Mark Henry versus the New Age Outlaws. Southern Justice, which was the Godwins versus the Headbangers. D'Lo Brown versus X-Pac. Edge versus Mark Edge beats Mark Merrow by DQ. LOD 2000 beats the Oddities. Too Much, which is Too Sexy, defeated the Los Boricuas. And then Jeff Jarrett defeated Too Cold Scorpio.
That's better.
It's better.
Yeah. And
That's
probably
Rock
one.
And Mark Henry versus the Nation of versus the New Age Outlaws is better than anything you're going to see.
Oh yeah.
Or better anything I've seen so far for sure.
And I wonder if that was 1 hour or 2 hours.
It was a 2 hour Raw.
2 hour Raw.
Yeah.
And I think this is either 2 or 3.
It's like 2.5.
This one here.
Yeah.
Gotcha.
So it's probably a 3 hour Nitro. Once they take all the commercials out at that time, it was a 2.5 hour playing time one.
That might be interesting. Maybe we should think about doing that. Watching the August 31st, 98 Raw.
I'll see if it's
next episode.
See if it's on the Peacock Network.
See if they got it up there
because they haven't really brought all of them over yet.
Right, they haven't populated Netflix. Yeah,
because they've missed a lot of the Attitude Era, which sucks. Because the Attitude Era was the best.
So he did some karate kicks in one.
Best match we've seen on the card so far. Ernest the Cat Miller.
That is true.
All right, gonna get my Netflix account.
Oh,
he's mad. All right. Episodes and info. All right. I don't need 19. I need 1998. Oops. 98. January, November, October, September. It's not there. They got June 98, June 29th, and then September 28th is the next one.
Okay.
So they skip like July and August.
Well, whenever it gets populated, maybe we'll do a comparison.
Yeah, and maybe it'll be available on like YouTube or something for us to be able to watch it. Because it would be fun to watch the comparison.
Yeah.
But man, I'm gonna have to see some earlier WCW to understand how they won 83 weeks in a row.
Oh yeah.
Jesus.
Maybe there was a Monday night where Hogan had been the champ forever as a heel.
Yeah.
And Lex Luger beats him for the belt on just a regular Monday night show.
Yeah.
And it was kind of the first time that like WWF wasn't doing that yet either.
Right.
That might be a good one to watch.
Like so far, this is clearly a group hanging on at this point.
Yeah. Yeah, things are not good. All right, we got some more dancing.
That's DDP's wife right there.
Yeah.
That's why I recognized her. Okay. At least we haven't had to see Tony Schiavone for a little bit.
Right, yeah.
But I couldn't imagine JR being that big a part of the promotion, the production. Like stepping in the ring like 3 times to hold interviews and stuff. I can't imagine that.
Yeah. Things are going downhill for them at this point. And now I'm starting to remember why I missed the Goldberg push.
Yeah.
I felt like I can now remember. I felt like they were always like building up and I just never got the exciting thing, you know? This couldn't deliver.
We're back.
All right, we got
Mean Gene and Hacksaw Jim Duggan.
Hacksaw, there we go.
So nice little nostalgic push here, but the kids at Wapakoneta, Ohio High School here.
The Redskins.
They are hanging out with Mean Gene and Hacksaw Jim Duggan. Oh, they're NWO for life, apparently.
NWO, yeah. Hollywood.
Oh, we'll see what maybe this guy's not NWO for life. It's clearly set up for him to pull his shirt up and have something else on.
Yeah, what's it going to be?
Probably a Wolfpack shirt or something. Yeah, he said, well, he says Wolfpack, but he doesn't have the shirt.
Right.
So you're not truly a fan. And then we got a couple more Nitro girls just randomly hanging out.
Yep.
Oh, there's Diamond Dallas's wife, apparently. Yeah. Who's this? That's the Stinger.
Sure, yeah, we believe anything.
Okay. Yeah.
And they got some Nitro.
All right.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Good job, guys. Let's do something else now. Okay, back to another commercial break.
Commercial.
Boy, the Nitro has gotta go a long ways here to push me over the top on this one.
I think the most pleased I've been watching it has been the Nitro girls, both the ones in the red and the ones that dance on stage. I don't think
I was so excited for Eddie Guerrero.
Yeah, me too.
What a disappointment, man.
I know. What a terrible storyline.
Right.
But that's, I guess, that when you watch like the Monday Night Wars documentary, that's what they said. Like they said the WCW writing was just terrible, misuse of talent. You know.
Yeah, I mean that
because they had Eddie Guerrero,
who's a high flying, like talented guy, and they just had him lay down on the mat.
Yeah. Yep. Yep.
Like damn. Like,
we're watching the beginning of the end.
You could have put him out there with Rey Mysterio Jr. and had one hell of a match on a Monday Night Nitro at the end of August. You know?
Yeah.
That's crazy. All right. Don Power Suds is taking care of stuff now, and we're seeing some sort of commercial for some other show on Peacock now that has a little more action than Nitro so far.
I'm gonna get the card. I'm gonna get the rest of the card.
Okay. Hopefully there's something good on here.
We're back.
Back to Miami.
NWO sign, Wolfpack sign.
Yeah.
Giving the devil.
I hear Weasel. Bobby Brain has joined us.
They have the Brain on the roster, and he hasn't been there for the first hour and 10 minutes of this show.
And now
this is
and while I'm excited that the Brain is here, does this mean that Tony Schiavone is going to be even more involved now that they've got the Brain angle to push? A lot of Cartman in this thing.
Yeah.
But South Park had just come out at that time.
I saw a Four Horsemen sign that had the four friends from South Park in it. Yeah.
Okay, Conan.
Oh, that's the guy that was
the
in
dude
earlier.
that was in
now we can look
the
him
Wolf
up.
Pack.
Now we can look him up. All right, so we are at. Oh, you're gonna love who he's gonna fight. I'm not gonna say it. I want to see your reaction.
All right.
Then we have the Flock.
Who is this guy? Do we know who this guy is? Did he become anything else other than Conan?
Let's see. Wiki.
I'm not tuning out because you told me I'm going to like what comes up next here.
You're going to react to it. I know that.
Okay.
I don't know what your reaction is going to be. I'm excited for it.
Okay.
Oh my God, he's been everything.
Anything
Here he comes.
Know?
Oh yeah, you know him.
Who's this? It's Marty Jannetty.
That's Marty Jannetty.
No shit.
I never knew he was in WCW. Look at that outfit. All right, this is who Conan was. He was the Comic Kid, Conan the Barbarian, El Centurion, the Incredible Hulk, K-Dog, Conan El Barbaro, Conan the Great, the Latin Fury, Max Moon, El Relampago, and Speedy Gonzalez. Speedy Gonzalez, that's hilarious.
I don't know that I remember any of those names.
Me neither.
So this might be the most he was known at because he hooked up with the NWO.
Yeah, he was in the Wolf Pack. He gets to fight Marty Jannetty.
Who I didn't realize was still relevant in the late 90s.
Yeah, me neither. And I think he does have a little bit of a mullet, but not bad.
This must be, because the new Rockers were like not golden era, but the new generation era.
Yeah.
So this is after his new Rockers formation with Al Snow. So Al Snow, I think at this point is in the WWF or in Smoky Mountain Wrestling, getting ready to head up to WWF. So he'd already done. He ended up back in Smoky Mountain Wrestling, I think, even though he did the other stuff beginning with Marty the Jannetty.
This Conan guy, at the very least, is doing something in the ring, and his so far is now the most interesting person in ring that we've seen.
Yeah,
by far. Upside down visor hat was stupid.
Yeah,
but And like, it's nothing special that he's doing. It's just something.
I'd still
He
not
did like
sure.
a somersault and then clothesline him. Like, thank you.
I still don't know what Kathy, NWO, Doug means from that random.
I'm guessing Kathy and Doug are NWO fans.
Maybe.
He's got his beater tucked into his boxers.
Yeah,
that is very 90s.
It's definitely very 90s.
Yeah. Did you ever do that, Joe?
No,
me neither.
There's a guy named Raphael right there. He's got an arrow pointed down to himself. So good for him.
Also,
Sean, Chris, and Dennis. Who's next? Okay. So definitely a lot of slow, old school, like ground mat work and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Not a lot of exciting stuff in the matches right now. Like, this is the most we've seen a guy do, but like, this is a submission hold again.
Yeah, now they're back up. They're not very fast either. They're not very athletic.
And maybe my expectation is just a little too much because, you know, the Attitude Era did bring in a whole new realm of just athleticism for wrestling.
Yeah.
But man, that was a good kick. I like the kick.
Yep. His old buddies
finishing
sweet
move.
Chin music, yeah.
Little version of it there. It didn't wind up, so it's not the super kick. It was just a big kick.
And there wasn't a window behind Conan when he did it.
Right.
Yes.
Oh, that's right. He put him through the window.
To the barbershop, yeah.
I'm thinking Marty Jannetty looks a little bit like the guy who played Charles in Charge, Scott Baio. See a little Scott Baio here in Marty Jannetty in this one.
With that haircut, he kind of gives me a little Tito Santana vibe.
A little bit.
With his physique, too.
But I'm telling you, if you were to pull up Charles in Charge, Scott Baio, that's who Marty Jannetty's looking like at this moment. Not like current Scott Baio. It's Baio.
All right.
But Charles in Charge, Scott Baio. And when you see this like side profile of Marty Jannetty, that's what it's him. Charles in Charge is in charge of our lives.
What was the first name?
Scott.
There we go.
It was a good show from around mid 80s.
Oh, he does look a lot like him.
I'm telling you.
Let me find a profile picture here if I can find one. Got him looking at an angle. He does. Wow. Yeah. Interesting.
So maybe this isn't Marty Jannetty. Maybe this is Scott Baio.
Didn't Marty Jannetty allude to
murdering people,
murdering a guy who molested him or something like that?
Something like that.
Yeah.
He allegedly announced it on a podcast that he'd killed a guy or something.
Yeah. Did he say it was like I made him disappear or something?
Something like that. Yeah.
Yeah. I guess they broke up the Rockers because Jannetty was having alcohol or drug issues or some sort of responsibility issues where they couldn't count on him.
Yeah.
So they had Michaels do a heel turn and break them up at the same time. Yeah.
Which ultimately, Michaels ended up having the same problems with fucking drugs and whatnot that took him out of the game for a bit too, with his back injuries and stuff.
That's right.
He ended up addicted to painkillers from his back injury. And I think alcohol too. But that was later on. That was after he'd kind of been the face of the new generation.
Yeah.
Then that's when he ran into the problems after that. That's why he kind of disappeared when Triple H took over DX. The second iteration of DX there without HBK.
Yeah.
He was kind of gone for that reason.
Gotcha.
At least Marty Jannetty's sticking to the fucking bright tights and stuff.
Yeah, good for him. And he just did the Ted DiBiase, like, put your fist up by your face, falling down punch. And I have to commend both these guys for at least putting something extra into their ring work. Yeah. You know, like I said, Conan did that like
the best match of the night.
Yeah, Conan did that somersault into a clothesline, like good, you know, like.
But it does seem like even the match seems slow.
It does.
Like all the moves are long in between. Like there's no rhythm.
Yeah, I agree. So this is just before. So this is mid card because this is just before halfway through the show.
Yeah.
Or right around halfway through the show because it was about 2.5 hours. So it'll be interesting to see how Sting and Hogan and those guys in the main event move. You know, if they're sort of slowing down too, or they still have it at this point.
This does just look like it. like they're not so sure. Maybe they don't work together very often or something, or the storyline's not really there. Like, I don't know. It just seems slow motion for them to get anything accomplished at this point.
Yeah, I wonder if they're holding off on the main talent for the pay-per-views, like you mentioned, and like you got to like sit through 3 hours of this. But that's not a good,
good clothesline.
Yeah.
I heard Chris Jericho.
Yeah.
I'd like to see Chris Jericho.
I think they said he was a television champion.
I'd like to see Chris Jericho come out here with his television championship. See what he does on the microphone before he was Y2J.
Yep.
Another side note on Chris Jericho: they have a Chris Jericho Way in his hometown in somewhere in Manitoba, Canada.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
Chris Jericho.
I saw a YouTube video of him walking to the street that he was raised on. That's now named after him. All right, so I've heard JR talk about on his podcast. So sometimes matches are just booked for too long. This one's been booked for too long.
Yeah.
Like they could have made this faster and end quicker.
Yep.
And it would have been awesome.
It would have been a good match. Yeah, we would have been like pleased with having just seen that. Like okay, that
3
was
or 4 minutes seems like a reasonable length of time for these two guys. That was a bad sell.
Yeah, I've heard that the referee is supposed to gauge the crowd reaction and also tell them to wrap it up. But I wonder if there's also like sometimes with like, hey, you have to make this last 10 minutes.
Yeah.
Because we need that much air, we need to kill that much air time. So I guess you're kind of screwed if the crowd doesn't like it, but you put two guys up to that.
Yeah. And you put two guys up here that probably can't sell a longer match.
No, yeah. But they were good. It was good at the beginning.
Yeah. It just should have been faster. There's probably the flying crossbody. Probably the end of it, right? No,
still going.
Thought that might have been a finishing move back then for Jannetty, but I guess not.
That was the first time we saw somebody off the ropes tonight, right?
Absolutely.
An hour and a half into Nitro, yeah.
It was pretty wild. Like, that's pretty. I mean, even like Superfly Snuka was going off the ropes and stuff. It's
maybe a few episodes from now we'll have to do just a year or two older Nitro to see what the heck was bringing everybody in.
Yeah.
The rating here just has to be people just happen to tune in a lot.
Or they're watching both shows still.
Oh, that could be, yeah.
Because Raw was taped and this was live, so you could watch Raw after.
Or you could watch Raw and then you could watch the last half hour or hour of this and catch the good stuff. Yeah. That could be NWO Lauren.
Yeah.
Okay.
So Lauren's now a member of the NWO.
Yep. There we go.
All right, we got a little finishing move here. Kind of weird. Little tap out.
Yeah. Jannetty taps. Jannetty taps.
Right, so that's it. Okay.
Decent match.
Could have been half the time.
Yeah, relative to the other matches.
All of that, what happened, could have been squeezed in a faster pace.
Yeah.
Because that was very methodical.
Yeah, it was like...
And maybe Conan just doesn't have the skills to work at that pace or something. I don't know.
Yeah.
But that was a slow 80s style match right there.
Yeah, kept reverting back to the slow submission.
Yeah.
Then let's pick it back up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
A lot of Irish whips.
Yeah, that's right.
Which is definitely an 80s thing because the ropes were big weapons back then. Guys used to get stuck in the ropes. That's how the Giant gets stuck in the Royal Rumble all the time.
That's right. It's an interesting move.
Yeah. Your winner, Conan.
Yeah. And he taps. Oh, Marty Jannetty. All right, let me go back to look at the.
All right, well, that was at least something. But hopefully that's the end of Conan for the night. That's twice we've seen Conan. I'm good with Conan.
Yeah. All right, back to a commercial.
We got Gain. Gain's a good sponsor of Monday Night Nitro.
That's right. Oh, Jesus. The next match, I don't remember. Oh, wait. Yeah, I heard of that guy.
Okay.
It's also a title match. It's a Cruiserweight Championship.
All right, so we got a title. That's fun.
Then there's two guys after that you have been saying you wanted to see.
Nice.
And then...
Do they fight each other?
Yep. And then...
Jericho and Disco Inferno are fighting each other then.
That's it.
Wow.
That's it. I'm going to do a little Disco
Inferno. All right. I'm excited for that one anyways.
Little Disco Inferno moves.
Okay.
Greatest WCW character ever made. And then after that is like a pre-main event with Goldberg against Al Green, and then
I'm gonna guess Al Green's a jobber.
and then the main event. Who was? I don't remember Al Green either. Who was Al
Underrated
Green?
moment for the Monday Night Wars. Gilbert.
We're back. Gilbert
with the sparklers.
The sparklers, yeah.
Dwayne Gill, one of the ultimate jobbers.
Let's see. Wrestled in the late 80s through early 2000s.
All right, who's out here now?
Oh, he teamed with Kevin Nash as part of the Master
We
Blasters.
got the flock out here, it looks like. That's Raven. I think Jericho used to call him Raisin. All right, there's Lodi. His fucking chops.
It was Saturn and Lodi.
So it's a tag match we got coming up now?
I'm with Lodi is his sign. And they have their own signs.
That's really stupid, Perry Saturn. I had high hopes for you earlier because you sounded better. But if you're carrying out a sign that says I'm with Lodi, you're just an idiot.
Well, I think he has to. I think he's Lodi's servant for some reason. There's Raven and
Lodi was a nobody.
Oh man.
This is okay. Well, whatever.
I can see why.
Hopefully we got a good tag match anyways.
I can see why the migration back to WWF occurred.
Jesus, the now Raven who never should have a microphone is about to talk. What about Raven? What about me? What about Raven? Shut up, you little bitch.
Hey, Saturn.
Cannon.
Tonight, you can't touch Raven and you can't touch Canyon.
Okay.
Canyon, break them. What?
So Canyon's gonna beat up Saturn.
What a mess.
Saturn can't fight back.
Who's this Canyon guy?
It's Chris Canyon, isn't it?
Chris Canyon is King Kong Buddy.
I thought they had a character named Chris Canyon.
Oh, maybe they do. Maybe I'm wrong. No, you're right. It is Chris Canyon. I am wrong.
It takes forever for them to get to the point on this shit.
Yeah.
Come on. Canyon's calling you out, pal. Hit me. Come on, son. Come on, son. Hit me.
Chris Canyon commits suicide by antidepressant overdose in 2010.
All right. I think he was in the WWF for a little bit.
It does. 94 to 2004 under the ring names Chris Canyon, and more. So
he was like a DDP disciple at one point.
Oh, is that right?
Because he did like, who's better than Canyon?
Oh, yeah. I can remember that.
It might have been right at the end of WCW before they got bought out. This Lodi character just makes me think they're trying to do like a badass Billy Gunn type of character or something.
He does kind of look like that. You're right.
And like just the mannerisms and shit, just like the over the top, kind of too excitable.
Right.
He's not clearly Mr. Ass, but
right.
It just kind of reminded me of like maybe they're trying to play off that character. Okay. All right, so I guess now we're getting the match.
So I just want to correct myself. So King Kong Bundy's did wrestle under the name Chris Canyon.
Okay.
And Chris Cannon and stuff. I remember him from like I think Mid-South or something.
Gotcha.
And I was like, oh, his name's Chris Cannon, but it's not his real name. It's just a wrestling name.
What the fuck do we have here?
This is like a muscly high voltage.
This is like well done, man.
Is
that Hugh Morris?
Oh, is it? It kind of looks like him.
It does kind of look like Hugh Morris.
High voltage.
I don't think I recognize the other guy at all, but they are very muscular.
They are.
No, that's not Hugh Morris, but it does look like him.
Robbie Rage and Kenny Chaos.
That's who these guys are?
Yep. They're from Alaska.
Okay. I don't think they did much.
No.
The Jobber tag team.
Yeah.
Probably would have got beat by SD Jones and Paul Roma.
So this is a match where Saturn has to like put up with being humiliated, and then maybe turns or almost turns to lead up to later. Kind of a